Good morning, class. Let's have first prayer. So next, let's have your attendance. So this is the word of the day that align uh, the discussion by Gary Casio. So no words, no language. In order to learn language, you must first learn word. So let's first answer. Okay, you must first answer the words here in the front of you. Use in a sentence, and I give you 20 minutes to answer that pre-activity.
Let us proceed to our discussion of the topic, the role of language in information society. But before anything else, let us discuss first what a word is. A word is a combination of sounds that represent something. It is this significance which makes words distinct from just any kind of vocal utterance. Words are made up of sounds and yet they transmit something more significant. They transmit a message. The words are informed because they carry information. Words are informed with meaning given by the speaker and intended for the listener. Simply put, they communicate meaning. So, words are composed of sounds that transmit a message. They communicate meaning through utterances made by the speaker intended for the listener. Moving on, science, from Latin word scire, meaning to know, is one kind of knowledge that Greeks wanted to understand. The ancient Greeks were curious and wanted to know how the world worked. They were particularly interested in understanding science, which is a way of gaining knowledge about the natural world through observation, experimentation, and reasoning. By studying science, the Greeks hoped to unlock the mysteries of the universe and make sense of the things they observed in their daily lives. So they study science in order to unlock the mysteries of the universe. Science is a way of gaining knowledge about the natural world through observation, experimentation, and reasoning. The Greeks wanted to understand things like why the sun rises and sets, why objects fall to the ground, and how the human body works. They used their senses to observe the world around them and then try to come up with explanations based on what they saw. They also conducted experiments to test their ideas and see if they were correct. For example, they might have dropped different objects to see if they all fell at the same speed or conducted experiments with plants to see what made them grow. By doing this, they could gather evidence to support or refute their ideas. The Greeks believed that by understanding the natural world, they could improve their lives and make sense of the world around them. They made important contributions to many areas of science such as astronomy, mathematics, and medicine. Their curiosity and desire to understand the world laid the foundation for modern science, and their methods and ideas continue to influence scientists today. So, the backbone or the foundation of modern science came from the ancient Greeks because uh, Greeks wanted to understand science, which is a one kind of knowledge. Since we are talking about the role of language in information society, let us dig deeper about the remarkable ability of a word. Word can function across space and time without reducing their meaning. Words have a remarkable ability to transcend space and time while retaining their meaning. Here are two examples to illustrate this. Love. The word love is universally understood and carries a similar meaning across cultures and languages. Whether you say amor in Spanish, ay in Chinese, or mahal in Filipino, the concept of love remains intact. People from different parts of the world can connect and understand the emotion behind this word, even if they speak different languages. Next example is the word gravity. The scientific term gravity describes the force that pulls objects toward each other. This word has the same meaning whether it is used in ancient Greek texts, modern scientific research, or in discussions among astronauts aboard the International Space Station. The concept remains constant regardless of the context or era in which it is used. These examples demonstrate that words possess a remarkable resilience, as their meanings can transcend geographical boundaries and endure throughout history. They serve as tools for communication and understanding, connecting people across different cultures, generations, and contexts. Next, the first philosophers, as they thrashed about groping for and seeking a unifying principle for nature. Our question is this: what is the unifying principle in nature? The unifying principle in nature is often considered to be the concept of interconnectedness or interdependence. So the keyword here is interconnectedness. This principle suggests that everything in nature is connected and influenced by other elements, forming intricate relationships and systems. It implies that no phenomenon or entity exists in isolation but is part of a larger web or of interactions. This interconnectedness can be observed across various fields, from ecosystems to the microscopic world. One example is this. In an ecosystem, different species of plants, animals, and microorganisms interact with one another and their environment. Each species relies on others for resources such as food, shelter, or pollination. Changes in one part of the ecosystem can have ripple effects on other components, highlighting the interconnected nature of life forms within the ecosystem. So, the unifying principle in nature is the word interconnectedness or interconnectivity. So the role of language in information society is this. It promotes interconnectivity and word, which is the one foundation of language, can function across space and time. Overall, the unifying principle of nature, which is interconnectedness, emphasizes that no aspect of nature can be fully understood in isolation. It highlights the intricate relationships and dependencies that exist, promoting a holistic perspective and recognizing that the well-being of one part is intimately linked to the well-being of the whole. So it promotes interconnectedness, it promotes dependency, and the one role of language is to promote unity, to promote interconnectivity and unity. That's it.
Okay, next we have the evaluation. Then in this paper on the board, we have here the answer and the question. Then in the instruction, answer the following briefly. And then number one, in your own perspective, what is a word? Then number two, what is one kind of knowledge does the Greek wanted to understand? Then number three, what is Plato's principle of one and the many? Then number three, what is the role of language in the information age? Then number five, explain word half hour. Then Daniel answered this 20 minutes. Then after that, we have our assignment. So our assignment, I will dictate it to you. Then this is the assignment. Write an essay about information society. Then that's all. Then thank you and good morning.